Hello, this is Jalen Youngblood.
And this is Mallory Johnson from SCPA Today, here to give the rundown on anything and everything happening on campus.
Every year, SCPA students have the opportunity to attend an educational trip to Costa Rica with Reed. These students learn about the environment and participate in fun activities as well as build with their peers.
We sent Danny Garcia out to interview Miss Reed and a couple of students who have gone in the past and are going on this year's trip. They will be sharing their experiences and expectations for the trip.
Hello SCPA, I'm Danny Garcia and I'm here with Miss Reed to get more information on the Costa Rica trip. Miss Reed, what is the purpose of the Costa Rica trip?
Well, not only to have fun in a country other than the United States, we also learn a lot about science, about conservation, the environment, animals, plants, ecosystems. So it's a really big science adventure trip.
I'm here with
Hannah.
and we're interviewing her about the Costa Rica trip coming up this spring. Hannah, what did you enjoy the most from last year's trip?
Probably the family. We all got super close over the week, so I'm excited to meet new people.
Cool. What are the differences you're expecting this year?
Because there's different people, I think there's going to be a different aspect between how close we are. It's a lot different. It's a different trip, so that's going to be interesting too. There's going to be more beach aspects, so that's yeah.
And how long do you stay there?
We stay there for 1 week, 7 days, 6 nights.
Wow. So who can attend this trip and what is the cost?
Anybody 6th grade or older can attend the trip. Parents, older brothers and sisters, friends at other schools, anybody as long as they're at least in 6th grade can go on the trip. And the cost is somewhere between $3,500 and about $4,000, just under.
Hi, I'm here with
Sarah.
a student who's never been on the Costa Rica trip. Sarah, what made you want to go on this trip?
Hannah introduced me to the Costa Rica trip, and I really like the idea of traveling, so I think it'll be a really fun experience.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting. What knowledge are you expecting to gain from it?
I'm expecting to learn a lot about the culture and the wildlife and the whole conservation idea that they're carrying on with it.
And what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to learning about the wildlife there and all the different experiences that I'm going to gain from it.
And you would definitely say it's worth it?
Oh my gosh, so worth it. I know that seems like a lot, but all the adventures are paid for, your hotel, your food, everything's paid for. It is the trip of a lifetime.
So you would say this is a very educational experience?
Educational, fun, some would say fun-educational.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Go ahead and cut.
Thank you, Danny. If you have any questions about the trip, see Miss Reed in room 201.
Hey, you want to know something great about spring?
Go for it, Jalen.
Spring is the season of life. Birds are chirping, flowers are blooming, and we're going to see that sweet spring break.
Well, that's great and all, but do you know what else is great about spring? The senior production.
Oh yeah, those guys are really talented.
They sure are, Jalen. Here on SCPA Today, we got to check out what it's like to be behind the scenes of the senior dance production.
Hi, my name is Ashley Sanchez, and I'm here with Jamie Lancera, one of the many senior choreographers a part of this year's senior dance production, here to answer a couple questions for us about the process and what it's like being involved. So, Jamie Lynn, what was the concept of your piece, and why is it significant to you?
The concept of my piece is the struggles and obstacles that you get when you dance and how the love of it just overcomes it all.
Sweet. What was the creative process of picking your dancers, and how did you pick them? Like, what key elements were you looking for in the audition process?
At the auditions, I wrote down the numbers of the dancers that stood out to me, and then we did different dancers. So it was just a lot of notes and critiques. It was always judged by someone, and someone was always watching us.
Okay. Sweet. what do you hope that the audience will like ultimately get out of your piece, and how do you want to feel, or what do you hope to accomplish in putting this piece up for the public?
I want the audience to realize that dance is just more than the aesthetics of it. It's more than pointed toes or long legs or the flexibility of someone. It's more on the dancer and what they project in their art form and their love and passion for it.
Sweet. So Cheyenne, I know this year you were one of the few seniors who did not create a piece. Why did that happen, and why did you come to that conclusion that you weren't going to create a piece?
Well, for me, dancing has been a constant learning experience, and I've learned that I'm not the best choreographer. However, I really love to dance, and I just hope that I can make the pieces come to life that I was chosen to be in.
Awesome. So what piece would you say, because you're in a couple of pieces, is your favorite that you're in, and what is the concept and what does it mean to you?
Well, I'm into Mara's piece, and it's called Our Women. I really love it because it's about women empowerment, and it's just about being really strong and beautiful, and I feel like I've learned a lot through my friends and a lot of the women around me and just history in general, and I think that it's important that the audience gets to see the piece because it's really empowering and inspiring.
Awesome. So what time and when and where will this all be happening?
So our show's going to be on Thursday at 2:30, on Saturday or Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. in the Florence Johnson Grand Theater. So I hope you guys can all make it. We worked really hard.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cheyenne, for letting me interview you. And this is Ashley Sanchez signing off.
Are you having trouble finding outfits that are in today's latest trend or season? We joined a few of our SCPA fashion experts to learn more about the latest fashion trends and get some important tips on how to accessorize your spring fashion collection. Let's check them out.
Hi, we're here at SCPA in order to talk fashion and trends. We talked to a few people about what's in this spring.
Always wear stuff with confidence because people always know whether or not that you're loving your outfit, and they can really know your emotion.
Fashion is born to die, but style is eternal. So don't go along with what other people do. It's nice to use that as a foundation, but make sure to make it your own. And you don't need to be rich or go shopping every week to be stylish or well-dressed. You know, you can go to Goodwill and find some really bomb pieces. So really just make it your own and don't be afraid to push the boundaries. And yeah.
Honestly, and fashion-wise, whatever expresses you, just wear whatever you feel like expresses you. If you feel, a drowsy day, if you feel like you're sad, if happy, the colors that you feel, the colors that are in your mind, express that. Don't go around and expressing yourself because other people are wearing the brands that you see. Express the clothing that expresses yourself inside.
I might as well change my whole fashion wardrobe.
Everyone knows the rules that apply on St. Patrick's Day. Wear green or get pinched. But not everyone actually knows where this strange practice comes from and why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the first place. Let's follow Dylan DeMoss as he puts SCPA's knowledge of St. Patrick's Day to the test.
Do you know why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
I'm pretty sure it's memorial for St. Patrick. I think he was like an Irish saint.
Actually a holiday that the Irish brought over to America.
We celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
No, St. Patrick's Day originated in the Catholic religion as a feast day. The Catholic Church gives canonized saints their own day of the year in which the saint will be remembered with special mention, readings, and prayers. St. Patrick's Day became popularized in America because it's celebrated as a recognition of Irish and Irish American culture.
Do you know who St. Patrick is?
Some white guy.
A missionary that was captured by the Irish, and he was taken by the Irish and went back to Britain to study the Catholic traditions, and went back to Ireland in order to convert the Irish people into Christianity.
I think St. Patrick is the guy who's credited with getting rid of all the snakes in Ireland, but I'm not sure.
Do you know who St. Patrick is?
Nope. St. Patrick was an apostle to Ireland who was commissioned by Pope Celestine I.
Do you know why we wear green on St. Patrick's Day?
I'm guessing it's because the Irish flag was green, or he wore green on the day he was dead.
I don't.
I have no idea. Do you know?
Why we wear green?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
it
he
was his
came over
favorite color.
during Lent or something.
Do you know why we wear green on St. Patrick's Day?
Not really.
We wear green on St. Patrick's Day because the Irish believed that wearing green would make them invisible to leprechauns, and in tradition, they would pinch those who did not wear green as a reminder that leprechauns can show up at any time.
This week, SCPA has been lucky enough to have guest artist Hugo Crossway, a contemporary artist who specializes in black and white charcoal sketches. Hugo joined us here at SCPA over the last 2 weeks and in many cases was assisted by student artists painting murals around campus. Let's go to the man himself to learn more about his artistic inspirations.
I was born in Tijuana and I grew up in Tijuana and in Rosarito Beach. And I never had the idea, or I never knew that I was going to be an artist or I was going to dedicate my life to this. I worked in a curio shop in Playas de Rosarito all my life and went to school in Tijuana. And basically just sitting there waiting for American tourists to come in and all this. As a way to pass the time, I would start drawing. So then drawing has always been a part of my life, but I never thought that it would be a career or something, a vocation. No? Well, first of all, I think that I had never encountered a school like this. Like I never imagined that a school like this existed, a place where precisely it's about performing arts, it's about the arts, and that's the focus of it. And I would have loved to have come to a school like this when I was a kid, when I was young. And what I'm seeing the children now is that they have a huge advantage now, precisely here, for example, in this school, that they have access to this type of education, to painting. And not only that, but I'm seeing, for example, in my class that there's lots of different majors. There's theater people, there's performing arts, taking painting courses and all that. So it's not something that's categorized, but everybody can come in and out and experience different disciplines. And I think that's extremely valuable. I'm actually drawing students from a high school that I did I did a project similar to this in Tijuana. So then it was kind of like the same thing. I went to the students and I talked to them about, well, it wasn't about the United States, but it was more about their perception as students, as kids from Tijuana, their dreams, their preoccupations. So then actually these faces are from real students from a high school in Tijuana. So then it's going to be the same. I'm going to actually take photographs of some of the students here that are participating in this mural, and they're also going to be like these kids. So then they're all like confronting each other, seeing each other, and this notion of sharing also. No? For this project, we came up with the notion that on one set of doors, I would be drawing high school students from Tijuana. And then on the other side of the doors, we would be painting actual students from this school. And me being an artist from Tijuana, I thought, well, it would be interesting, precisely me bringing this perspective, at least, or having them think about, what's a high school like in Tijuana, no? But then the students are going to come in also and kind of incorporate iconography of what they think the Tijuana students are thinking about, or want, or their ambitions, their dreams, or even just the concept of being Mexican. They're going to put their own iconography into them. And then the same is going to happen with the American kids, With the students, they're going to put into them also this iconography of what do they want for themselves, what is it, what's success, what's failure, So they're coming up with these different iconographies that are going to be placed. And a vocation would be precisely something that you just love to do. You love to do it, and I always think that if you love what you do, then you're gonna do it well. There's no way you can be mediocre at something that you hate doing. That you love doing. So then that would be my advice. That actually to find the discipline that you love to do and just dedicate yourselves to it. My name is Hugo Crossway, and I'm an artist from Tijuana.
Wow. This campus becomes more and more unique every day.
Recently, SCPA and WASK came to our school to observe our teachers and students in the classroom. But how many of us on campus really understand what WASK is?
WASK, or the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, is one of the 6 academic responsible for the accreditation of public and private universities and colleges, along with secondary elementary schools in the United States and other foreign institutions.
Let's go more in depth on what is WASK with Kiana Fagan. Thank you, Kiana.
Today I want to ask you, why is WASK important?
WASK is the reflective process that schools have to go through. It's the Western Association of Schools and Colleges that basically says, you know, you submit this document that says this is what we're all about, what our strengths are, who we say we are, where we are going, and how we're getting there, and are those methods effective or ineffective. And I think having an outside perspective is really important because people who aren't involved in the school can see things that we can't because we're so involved in it on a daily basis and year after year. So it's important to have someone come outside and say, yes, we agree with you. Like, yes, where the direction you're headed is a good thing. Also, hey, you might want to think about these critical areas of need that you've identified some, but these are some others that we saw in our time here.
I think they are like evaluating the school to see like what's like or grade or something in all the San Diego district.
WASK is quite literally the Western accreditation something, and what it means is it's the accreditation for our high school. It means whether our graduations will be valid in the eyes of the state of California, and it's a real big importance to the school.
A performing role which visiting teachers come by and check up on the students and the scholarships and everything.
It was not real, to me, it wasn't really a big deal. I mean, it didn't seem like it.
Without it, our graduation is not valid. People, all their hard work in this school would be nothing, and it would make a lot of people upset if we didn't get the accreditation.
Back to you, Jalen and Mallory.
Did you hear about Basket Buddies this year?
Basket Buddies? Don't you mean Basket Boys?
Nope, Basket Buddies. Check it out.
I was wondering, what are Basket Buddies?
So Basket Buddies is for other students that aren't inside of like middle schoolers or other high schoolers to buy a lunch from another student.
How does this help each individual high school class?
So it's a fundraiser raising money for the class. So all the money that one class receives goes to their bank account, and so it's just for them to. It's like another fundraising event for other classes as well.
All right, let's get out there, guys. Let's see the Basket Buddies in action.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. He's looking adorable. Look at him. Okay, he's giving him buffalo fries. He's giving out buffalo fries. He has curly hair. He'll compliment you. He'll buy you food. What more could you ask for?
Hi, I'm here with Corbin Quiddish, and today we were wondering if we can get a few questions about Basket Buddies. First off, what is a Basket Buddy?
A basket buddy is a person who's auctioned off during their specific day. Like today, juniors are being auctioned off and seniors are tomorrow. And we're basically using that money that we were auctioned off for to support our class.
Okie dokie.
And how much do you plan to be sold for?
About that. You see, I'm trying to get auctioned off for at least $300, trying to beat Brian. He was auctioned off for $285, and I'm trying to beat that record.
All right, guys, we're here right now. We're eating now right now with my boy Caden. Bought him for $30. Woo! Got yeah, we got the food. Look at this. Buffalo wings, New York buffalo wings and things. Yeah.
We all know that the school is filled with tons of creative people. So now, here's Robert Garcia with Cosplay Club.
Hello everyone, I'm here right now with Molly Hafer, the Vice President of Cosplay Club. So I'm well aware that there are some students on this campus that don't know what cosplay is. Could you tell us what cosplay is exactly?
Basically, you dress up in costumes as your favorite characters, and the play part comes from the role play that some people do, like live action role playing, where they act out in character during conventions. And then the cosplaying part, you're basically just dressing up in your favorite characters and going to conventions and showing off what you've worked on.
Now, Molly, is cosplay only for anime?
No, actually, cosplay includes a variety of different fandoms. There's Disney, Steven Universe, basically anything you can think of. I mean, there's SpongeBob cosplayers, there's cosplays from video games especially. Assassin's Creed is one of the major fandoms for cosplay. So it originated with anime and with anime conventions, people would dress up as their favorite anime character, but it evolved into including anything you want.
Okay, so our last question is, how are Cosplay Club members, preparing for the upcoming con, is it?
Yes, Hanadoki Con is our next convention, which is actually this weekend. A lot of us are preparing by, cutting out our fabrics, restyling our wigs, making sure everything's perfect. I am personally remaking my no-face mask because my no-face mask was not very good the first time. But it's mostly, patterning out our work and making sure we have everything sewn together and just doing finishing touches in our costumes.
Well, all right, you heard it there, people. Well, thank you, Molly. Hello, and I'm here with Eva Fry, a member of Cosplay Club. So, Eva, how would you define cosplay? Like, what is cosplay?
Cosplay is like getting into character, basically. Like, it's not really as precise as like some people would assume it to be. Like, you can make your own OC and you could just do whatever you want, just as long as you're embodying someone else.
Now, would you say that cosplay is only for anime, or is it more diverse than that?
It's definitely more diverse. I've never cosplayed a person from an anime. I like to cosplay people from video games. I know a lot of people who like to cosplay things from cartoons. It's anything.
So, how are you preparing for the next convention?
I'm getting money together. I've been actually spending more time like trying to raise some money to get my Jessie cosplay together from Team Rocket from Pokemon. And I'm not going to go to the nearest convention, but a lot of them are going to go to Hanadoki Con.
Awesome. Thank you, Eva. All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have today. Hopefully now you understand a little bit more about cosplay. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, this is your boy, Roberto Garcia. I'll see ya. Goodbye.
Thank you, Roberto, on giving us a closer look at the unique talents students have here at our school.
Well, thank you for catching today's broadcast. My name is Jalen Youngblood.
And I'm Mallory Johnson. Make sure you tune in to SCPA Today next time and find out what's happening on your campus. Until then, have a great spring break.